this till about 2 minutes ago. It's school holidays here, if you're wondering why I'm so quiet at the moment. I'm just going to pull up this so I can let you guys know that I am in fact live, because otherwise I'll probably just talk to myself the whole time. I mean, which is kind of what I do with everything else, if we're honest. Seems legit. We're getting there. Done. Finally pulled it up. Should have probably done this. Hello everybody. I'm a little bit behind myself. I have impromptually decided to do a live for all those that have just come on. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to make up something that I've already got cut out. Oh, that escalated quickly. I went from 0 to 20 in like 10 seconds. Ha! Love it. I'm all about tips and tricks. It's kind of like my existence job here. So I have, this is a strumpet that I cut out forever ago. I just got a notification from Inklings in the Kraken that I'm getting a new lot of packaging of stuff to do. So I'm going to try and empty some of my tubs so I can get started on it all while it's school holidays here. So if you're wondering why I'm so quiet, it's school holidays and I can't get very much done. I'm not mad about such things, just so you know, it's just facts. So I have made myself a lot of clothing, and then you guys have asked me to do a video. So we've been rearranging my sewing room so that I have a domestic space so I can go back to doing clothing videos. Now, I will warn you all that my clothing videos may not be the way that other people make the clothes, and sometimes I don't do them like the pattern either. Like everything else, I do it my own way. But it tends to work, so whatever. So this was a pre-order from Inklings in the Kraken. I had a lot of fabric in that round, so I got the bag, which I sold at a market actually, and the lady said she wanted the wallet. I haven't heard from her, so I'm just going to make it, and then this afternoon, after I make this, my mission today is to go through all of my tubs of stock, work out what I have not taken photos of, because I promise there's a bunch of it, and then put it on the website to hopefully make some money so I don't have to get a day job. Otherwise, all the videos are going to go away, and that's not fun. Also, where is it? I can show you. I'm writing a new pattern. It is a tombstone wallet. In the spirit of Halloween, I've just been having issues converting SVGs and whatnot because Cricut Design Space sucks. I'm going to say it. They should have a save as SVG option like everything else in the universe. So anyway, this has, press start to keep it shut. It says rest in pieces in like cool holographic stuff because I'm childish. It's going to have 2 card spaces, and the card spaces are so that you can see pretty much the whole window, so they go all the way down. I did 2 because, oh, why not? And then these other ones are just high enough that, you know, they do it that way. If you have one of these guys, it will be your friend. So I'm going to hopefully try and finish this off and send it to the testers today. It shouldn't take them very long. If anybody on here that talks to me does embroidery designs, I'd like to speak about ordering one so that we can have like a rest in peace embroidery design. It says rest in pieces. I've done 2. The other one says here lies my paycheck because I think I'm funny. Because we all know I love spooky, so I just thought I'd get in the mood, you know? So anyway, that's that. Hello, Angelic Bones. Welcome. I'm crazy. Just going to warn you now so that later you don't find out the hard way. It's so pretty. I fussy cut this too, by the way. And there's only a little bit of this fabric. So this was like how I use up my scraps. I make my wallet because this usually is actually a whole piece. So because I didn't have enough, I divided it in two and added a seam allowance. You can do such things. Yeah, lots going on here, but it's school holidays, so I can't really get too much done. 'Tis a problem in life. I also don't know if I'll be on the entire live to do this. It's like 6 o'clock here in the morning, and my child is bound to wake up eventually, so who knows. I love this wallet. I've actually been thinking I might do a hack where we can change this to look like things. I've been thinking about wallets a lot lately, and the designs have all kind of been done. There's not really much original stuff left to do that I can come up with, at least. So like I thought maybe we could do this, but turn this into a skull. So you could have a skull face, or you could have a cat face. And again, my brain's obviously still in horror Halloween mode. For those that are not in Australia, Halloween's not actually that big a deal here. However, I'm obsessed with horror. Horror and Halloween go hand in hand, which is why I'm so into it. And my kid likes dressing up as spooky things. I'm also really, really missing my nails, everybody. I'm not coping at all. I miss them. My fingers hurt. I'm waiting for my nails to grow out. It sucks. I hate this. So sewing awls are my new best friend because they're in place. Like I have to hold it, but they're in place of my nails because my nails like super suck. This one just keeps disintegrating. Like I'm not picking it. I definitely don't chew it. It just keeps disintegrating because it's so thin. It sucks. But what do you do? All right, I'm going to fold this down and top stitch it. Top stitching is pretty and it is important. Please don't skip your top stitching. I'll be the one to tell you. It's fine. Oh. I also did quit Red Bull for a while, but yesterday I was doing my pattern and I was fighting with my computer and SVGs and stuff, so much so that I quit and read a book all day. Well, several books actually. I read very fast. See, it's gonna be pretty. I also did like a bright orange for the inside and black. I kind of just went crazy is the best way. I tell you what, if I wasn't half as crazy as I was, we wouldn't have as many things. Like I would not be as motivated to make as many crazy things. Also, here's a little secret for you all. It's probably not a secret, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I hate card slots. They drive me up the wall. Like right now, I've ironed this. I've ironed it with my cool things so I don't have to measure them. They just never stay where they're told and they drive me crazy. It's probably why I don't design too many wallets. Like the other wallet, the Rest in Pieces wallet, has to be non-fraying fabric. And so we can do them this way, where I just use my fancy little this thing. I love these card slots so much better than these ones because they shift and move and carry on like a pork chop. Anyway, it can be done. It's just annoying, that's all. And you guys can't actually see what I'm sewing or my face. We're kind of at a weird angle. Right, there we go. So this camera mount is actually attached to my industrial machine, which after the school holidays, I'm going to start using a lot more in videos. So we're going to go from the green machine to the other one. I really want to paint the other one. Morning! Guess who, Nancy? It's morning here, just if you missed that. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put on my little accent. I made it skinnier too, so it didn't like take away from the thing. But if I'm being totally honest, it kind of took away too much anyway. So we're just going to leave it off. Meh. That's the thing with my patterns. They're quite versatile. You can kind of do what you want. I'm not going to stop you. I'll tell you that right now. Okay. I love all Inklings in the Kraken fabric. To say I'm obsessed is an understatement. It's just all so pretty. This thread is from A Passion for Vinyl. It is amazing. I am very seriously considering just switching all of my thicker ones for this stuff. It's still strong enough that it's going to hold. I just really like it. What have we got? I got 2 pockets and I've done them completely different, as you can tell. So I'm thinking this one might be for the outer and this one can be for the inner, but it doesn't really matter. If we're honest, it doesn't matter at all. Alright, here's a quick question. Who of you bought my latest pattern, the Empress with the tote? It's a tote. You guys did all... I got a lot of messages saying you should design a tote, so I have done it. Oh, morning, Jessie.
Morning, Mum.
Do you want to come say hello to everybody? Or did you just want to get the YouTube and go inside and watch YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, go grab it. He got up earlier than I thought. Anyway, he'll be back in a minute. But yeah, who of you bought my Empress tote pattern? I am just curious. I understand there's a million totes out there. That's why mine's not square. Finding original designs is tricky, guys. Not even going to lie about it. Yoink. Just going to line this up in the middle. What you got there, buddy? You have to sit inside and watch it quietly, okay? He can't access it without me. We've put a lock on it, otherwise he'd just sit all day and watch silly YouTube stuff, wouldn't you? Let's go magic password. There you go. Alright. Shut the door behind you. Can you turn the fan on?
Okay.
Thank you. Yep, 2 clicks, please. There you go. And shut the door. Not too loudly, okay? You'll wake up Daddy. And he's on. Well, that's better with a fan. I don't know why I ever just not automatically turn my fan on. Hello, everybody. I'm actually in the process of writing a second pattern as well. I'm a busy woman. The holidays is all about writing and prepping the patterns. My poor tester teams are going to be busy. Although they're not tricky. Like, that one doesn't take very long. It's only got 6 card slots. And it's like 4 layers of vinyl. I reckon you could do that on a domestic too, just if you're all wondering. Chop. Is it Friday morning here? It sure is. 6:11 a.m. Friday morning. I'm in the future. It's very cool. I've actually been thinking about that lately. I'm like, I wonder who's in front of me. Apparently New Zealand is. But I am just kind of curious as to who else would be in the future. Like, what countries are in the future to me. Because I don't know where, like, the start line is in relevant to where I live. I have seen a few people do a Harry Potter Empress. It is really pretty. I'm going to do a whole bunch of horror ones. I just haven't done them because I thought you guys might like to watch me do it. I've got to just finish off a laser cutting video. I'm going to do a cricket t-shirt video, but like not just a normal one. We're going to do experimental stuff. I went and bought the t-shirts. Do you know how hard it is in where I live to just find a basic t-shirt with sleeves that isn't that like ribbed, woven, knitted looking fabric? Apparently it is very not common at the moment with socks. Let's go with Smooth Criminal. very, very tricky to just find normal t-shirts. I found some at Best and Less, if anyone's interested, that aren't black. Sorry, I should be more specific. You go to Cotton On, everything is like neutral tone. Kmart's only got the weird ribbed stuff, all black. I found some. I've got bright green, bright pink, and I think I got a purple one as well. Ooh, Barbie Empress would look cool. Anyway, where's my bits? I haven't finished this yet. I'm trying to decide, do I want to do the window or not? I do like it. It is more annoying to sew though. You can skip it too. How does someone become one of my testers? So I actually currently have enough testers, but sometimes life happens to everybody, and sometimes my testers can no longer be testers because of, you know, personal reasons, or they've got too busy, or, you know, whatever. So when that happens, I do a call out in my Facebook group. Part of the rules of being my tester, just if you're interested. So the tester rules are, you need to proofread through my pattern, because that's more what I care about, because even though I hit spell check, sometimes it doesn't register things. And so I need someone to physically read it, because I'm clearly useless at that bit. It's not that I ever worry that my pattern pieces won't match, because they do. I check that before I even write my pattern. The other thing is you need to go and promote my pattern throughout the other Facebook groups, not just mine, because obviously people know from mine that I'm doing it. It's other Facebook groups that I might not even be part of. And I don't expect people to write, test the post, blah, blah, blah. You could just write stuff. I don't know, I'm a little bit more chill about it. The main thing is, though, nice photos, which is everybody. So if you want to be a tester, you need to be good at taking photos, because anybody that has a tester, it's all about the photos that we get to use on the website for the promotion of the bag. Different people have slightly different rules, but those are pretty much mine. Share in other groups. Take good photos. Proofread my stuff, because I'm useless. Although usually one person of mine does it pretty quick. She just proofreads it, and then it doesn't need to be done again. She usually gets all of it. It's just a matter of who gets in first, really. I am going to start concentrating a lot more on pattern writing. Can you do a tutorial on applique with an iron? I've actually got one. It's just part of my exclusive club thing. I'll do another one eventually. I'm going to start releasing the videos that were exclusive for my membership on YouTube, because they'll get all the new ones, and it'll just be like a delayed whatever. When I did the lips bag, which was an everyday tote that I did ages ago, I actually did a tutorial on how to sew that on, but I left it for my membership people, because I appreciate that they help support the cause of my channel. But eventually I will release them all. Okay. Pretty. And then we just tack it to this bad boy. Do, 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 do. Don't know why I'm whistling Christmas carols. Couldn't tell you. Okay. I do want to do a couple of in the hoop things too. I know there's channels dedicated to it, but we also all know that I'll probably do it differently. Sounds like me. So that's the second week of the school holidays. We're still in the first week. We're at the end of it. But I'd like to spend it writing the second pattern, and then patterns are done and I can go on to videos because I am loving all the clothes I'm making. I've pulled all my fabric out of the cupboards and it's laying in the house on the floor ready for me to chop up. Okay, I do have my clear plastic, so I may as well do this. You can skip this bit, it doesn't affect anything. I love strumpet. My problem is, like, I have all these ideas, always. My issue is digitally drawing anything. I think I have a plan to do that, though, so just bear with me. I'm all about add-ons at the moment, too, because I do have some awesome patterns, and then I have awesome ideas to change up the patterns. They're obviously not for everyone, and that's okay. I will eventually do an add-on for Empress. I just want to make sure it's going to have a lot of stuff in it in case you want to do it. And otherwise, the pattern works fine as a tote. I've got it as a tote with a press stud. But I understand that some people like to have zippers in the top. So eventually I'll do that and we'll add some pockets. Maybe a shoulder strap. I don't know. We'll see. But no, next year, because this year's nearly done, so I've made peace with that. Next year I'm going to try and do one pattern a month. It's a big ask, but you never know. I might be able to accomplish it. Okay. Up to a 4. Don't start in... Oh, actually, no, I probably could start the corner. If I could see. Down we go. Just... I think I need to listen to music today. My brain is getting triggered by words. I just went to sing Let's Twist Again, which is like, I don't know, old school song. What's going on here? Yoink! Sewing alls. Everybody needs one. You don't have to have a gloriously fancy one like I do, but you do all need one. Hello, Spain! That's cool. Ow. What is being made? This is a strumpet wallet, which is one of my patterns. It's quite a popular wallet, actually. Yoink. Have no nails. You absolutely need a sew wall for this. Do, 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 do. Yoink. Chop. And then I'm going to top stitch along here as well, because it'll look pretty. I love that I appreciate the awl. I definitely appreciate the awl. I love it. I'm obsessed. They're green. How could I not be obsessed? And it's like pretty. I love it. And I love my pen. My pen lives in my handbag. The pen was fabulous. Alright, we're going to just tack this on. Ignore the bottom. I cut it crooked. I know that. I use scissors and not a rotary cutter, and it always happens. So you can see how it's slightly crooked. Ignore that. It'll go away. I know that's probably the wrong attitude, but whatever. I'm just trying to think. I think I want to do it on this side. So on the left. I do love green. Might clip this. I can already feel it's going to move. Now, in the pattern, here you go. In the pattern, I tell you to stitch both sides and turn it through. I have since found a much easier way. We're going to stitch just one side. Might go back to a joining stitch length. Might help my cause a little bit. Right, so we stitch one side. And then we fold it over. Like this. And then we fold this in and over to create the other side with no raw edge. Clever! And then you're going to use a lot of clips to hold it in place because it will want to move. And I might top stitch this side too because it also likes to move. Fun times. Like that. Trim it off. Right, there we go. Now up and over. I always like to start at the thickest point, which is here. And then I don't have to do any of that nasty pulling through. Because honestly, who can be bothered? See? And then we're going to top stitch. Boom. And then we just line this up here. There should be a 1-inch gap. Ah! Whoopsies. Knocked everything over. Oh, where is my 1-inch ruler? I have one. I know I do. It usually lives down the side with these bad boys. But it's not there. How odd. It's fine. I can do it without it. Just use a 2-inch ruler and measure. I made the Empress with clear vinyl. Ooh! How'd that go? That sounds cool. I hadn't even thought of that. Clear printed vinyl would actually look really cool. Oh, dropped. Then I'm going to stitch here. I'm actually going to try and go through the same stitches as last time. It can be done. You just have to be really slow and deliberate. Nothing's impossible. See, look at that. Ha ha ha! Ooh, Star Wars vinyl. That's cool. So, I'd just like to point out that I went directly through the first stitches and it now still just looks like one stitch. The little things in life. Stitch that down. Just because I don't like hanging things. Oh, I missed. Good job, me. Now it's even. See? Now I need to stitch that again, but whatever. Totally fine. What material did I use for the card slots? I use my waterproof canvas, which I have been getting a lot of private messages about, and everybody wants my contacts. I spoke to my husband about the waterproof canvas, and he has said that I can store it in the house. So I'm thinking I might get not the thick stuff, but the thin stuff, because I need it anyway, because it's perfect for card slots. It's amazing. Hi, Patty. We are making a strumpet that I've had in my stash for ages. I'm trying to clear my tubs because Inklings in the Kraken has sent me a package. And so I will start pre-cutting and pre-recording all of those. I have also cut out my next seemingly ugly video. It's just really hard to record in school holidays. See, the song's in my head. I'm very aware I'm crazy. Music makes me happy though. My template guy is organizing all the stuff too for those waiting for templates, and I do still have a bunch of, well, not a bunch, but there are still some available that I have in my house. So if you needed, like, what are they called? Rivet spacing templates and double-sided tape from me, I can send it all as one because I've got them in my house. Just so you all know. I don't know why I keep putting the ruler away. I need it. That's where I want it to sit. And to make it sit there, we're going to use the hemming clips that live in the pink skull. Because these things are epic. I got these from Temu. For this exact reason. Look. Ha 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 ha. Holds it in place like a champion. Oh, I really need to do a bit of a tidy up in here. I've moved my embroidery machine because hubby's done a little bit of demolition in here, which is awesome. So my embroidery machine now lives atop a higher cabinet so that I've got my desk back so that I can do domestic sewing on the desk, which means I can go back to doing videos of all my clothing and stuff. Very cool. Very excited. But not today. Today, this afternoon is, well, after this, probably still morning. The life plan for me is get the tombstone wallet happening and then go and take photos of everything that's not on my website and put it on my website. I can't expect things to sell if nobody can see them. And I have quite a few. I've got the Mecca Posh Glorious bag. I've got a Floral Empress. I've got the Frankie with the cool gargoyle guys. I've got the Wolf Temptress, the simplified Temptress I did as a video. And I've got at least one baby bag sitting there. Waterproof canvas, I don't know. Leave that with me. I'll do a bunch. I'll probably just go back to what I used to do. Like 10 meters at a time, or 20 meters. I'll start off with 10 meters at a time of all just the solid colors. Have it pre-cut, and that's how you'll buy it. Because it's just easier for my life than trying to cut it as I go. It means I constantly have to empty my table. My table is always messy. So that's how that's going to go. Let's try this again. I love my magnet. For anyone that hasn't tried this yet, this is one of those knife magnets. It was $40 at Big W. Probably find it cheaper elsewhere. Spotlight sell them. Any kind of kitchenware place sells them. They're for like to hold your knives in the kitchen, but I put my scissors here and it is amazing. Amazing. But no, so I get enough messages that I should probably bring the waterproof canvas back. I did have someone ask for my contacts so they could go start selling it, which made me realize just how much everybody still wants it. The thick stuff, though, is what killed me last time because of how heavy it is and they increased the price of postage, and I didn't even break even last time, so that was not fun. But I'll get the waterproof canvas in the whatever. This stuff. I love this stuff. It's my favorite. Not this week though, guys. I appreciate that you're all in a hurry. I do get that, but it's school holidays. I don't expect to get much done in the school holidays. I've got a list, so I need to write 2 patterns. I've technically made enough dresses and stuff. My mission was 3 dresses for the school holidays. I have already made 2 dresses and a romper and 2 nighties. So I've technically done my personal sewing. If I got no more done, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Ooh, I put that way too far on, didn't I? Oh well. Yes, waterproof canvas is my jam. Aw, don't be like that. I really like it as baby bag lining too, because you can just wipe it clean, which is helpful for mums who like spill stuff. Nobody means to, it just happens. I can't see. I have very good eyesight, but that was just too dark. This is gonna die. See how it's flashing red? It's warning me it's flat. Give it 2 seconds, it'll stop. I do sew with this when I'm not recording all the time. The problem is when I record, it throws a weird shadow and then you can't see properly. And the whole point of videos is to watch me sew, not just listen to me talk. I actually have 2 of these, so I charge one and then use one, and they last a few hours. Is the shipping expensive? So this thinner stuff isn't as heavy. The price of shipping I can't control because Australia Post controls that. But I can say that it will be a lot cheaper than the heavy stuff. The heavy stuff was very, very heavy for a meter. This stuff's about 200 grams. So you could get 2 colors within your ½ kilo allowance. So to pay the cheapest rate possible, you could still get 2 colors. And if you pay the next one up, you could get, what am I doing? You could get 5 colors in the second cheapest postage. How much that actually is, I don't know. I don't remember the postage rates. The website does that for me. I program them in once and then off we go. I reckon I could almost make these in my sleep at this point. How pretty is the inside though? Yoink. And the corner. And I ironed this on first, which might come back to bite me in the butt later. Whatever. You never know. So I am taking recommendations for those that are part of my membership. What else do you want to see? I know you guys, they've requested early releases of patterns, and I promise that's going to happen. As soon as the pattern is up and ready on my website, you guys will get a secret little accessness to it. That I can promise you. Because I don't want you to feel like you're not appreciated. You really are. Without people subscribing to my channel, I'll be going and getting a day job and you won't really see me anymore. Because unfortunately, bills exist. Why does that look weird? Don't feel like that. Hi, Tracy. Looks like it's bubbling, but it's not. It's just lying to me. Whatever. I've got a couple of custom orders I need to do too. So I need to add that to my list of things to get done. I need to do a wallet, and I need to get my laser to do what it's told. That curve is much easier than that. That curve is tricky to go fast on. Not that it's a race, but we all know I like to zoom. You could also make this with, I need to leave a gap. We are making a strumpet. We are nearly finished. But I am taking recommendations of other, like, sewing candy videos everybody wants to see. Because my brain can only come up with so much. Scissors. I really need to laser these so that they say cool stuff. Leave that with me. It's coming. Maybe I'll do it. Not today. Need to stop trying to overdo my days. Thank you, so Terry. See, I forget to promote myself. I think this is most of my problem. You guys just do it for me, and I really, really appreciate that because I constantly forget. My brain is here to be educational and chatty, right? And I forget that I do need to actually get people to like the video. Because apparently it helps an algorithm. I don't really know how YouTube works. They send me this analytical data that I do not understand, and I haven't really bothered to try. Basically, the more people that watch my videos, I get paid for the little ad at the front. And if you have ad-free, I get like a few cents from that. Or I don't really know how it works. I have been getting more views on average per video, which is awesome. I should have put the heavy stuff in later. This is way easier to turn when it's not there. But the thumbs up helps. Subscribing to my channel for the most part means you won't miss out when I do new videos. I have a lot of videos to do, but I am going to wait until the Inklings fabric arrives. And then I will do all of those, and you'll just have to wait for the release. I also want to do a Horror Monica by Aura Rosa. I've been planning this for so long, and I finally got all the fabrics I need to do it. Believe it or not, this is the easiest way to turn it through, because the other option was completely seal the bottom and then turn it through the tiny little zipper hole. Don't want to do that. Way harder. Turning stick, because my fingers hurt, because I have no stupid fake nails. I love my turning stick. Have you guys got one yet? I don't even know if I've got any more for sale. I should probably really look into that. I laser engrave my website on them, but I'm maybe now thinking that I should laser engrave like a funny quote on them. That'd be way cooler. I don't know what I'd write, but I'm sure I can come up with something amusing. I know it looks really out of shape. Just don't even worry, right? If you've never made this before, it's going to look weird right now as we haven't top stitched it. Like, it looks bubbly. Don't worry about that. I'm going to turn like I always do. Now, the reason I poked out the pockets, the corners, so you saw me just before I poked these out, I wanted to make sure that they were stitched properly. I didn't miss anything. Like, I like to check. Even though I know I'm fine, the one day I don't check, I promise it won't be fine. So we don't want to do that. What I am going to do though is just bring that hole that we turned through into the pocket space like this so that I can stitch it shut. Might seem excessive, but it's fine. So we're going to stitch, back stitch. And I just hold it. You can obviously clip it. If you're an intermediate sewer and you've been at this a while, start not clipping things and see how you go. You might be pleasantly surprised. And at the moment, I am sporadic. I don't have set days I release things. I will release it once I've done it. And I always have this plan to do stuff, and life gets in my way if I over-plan it. So I can't do that. Oh yeah. So I try not to over-plan my days. Hello, Jocelyn. Also, please don't be too offended if I ever pronounce your name wrong. I promise I don't mean to. I'm just useless at names. Like, some people say Megan and some people say Megan, and most of the time they're spelt the same. So just don't be offended if I get it wrong. Just admit that I'm useless and move on. Okay. We're getting there. I'm going to stitch this shut. Tuck it under. And nah, I'm going to need to use clips for this. It's being stubborn. Sometimes you do still need clips. It's okay. Can't be cool all the time. Just most of the time. Totally still counts. Hi, Narelle. I used to have an auntie Narelle for a little while. Well, I used to call her that. She was my uncle's girlfriend. She did massage. It's about all I can tell you because I was like 12 at the time. It was actually a really long time ago now that I think about that. That would be a nightmare to turn through that pocket. Exactly. That's why we leave the bottom open, turn it through there, and then just shut the the bottom through the pocket. I've started doing this with like most bags that I make now. You just leave the bottom open in the lining. Has to be the lining. Never leave it open on the outside. It's not as easy to do. I definitely make up for any pronunciation deficiency. It is literally a deficiency. Alright, so now I just need to top stitch because it looks like crap. I am very aware that this doesn't look very good right now. Okay? And I promise top stitching will fix 90% of your problems. So if you make it and you get to this point and you're like, oh, what the hell? Like, because it's not flat. I mean, admittedly, I haven't ironed it. But it's not sitting flat. It looks wonky. Like, look, it looks wonky. I promise. Bear with me. It'll be fine. And I'm going to have this side up because this is where the bulk is. And I am aware I have not yet put my my magnet in. I use rivet magnets so I can do it at the end. It has its bonuses, I promise. Love rivet magnets. Now I am going to clip this because it's not going to sit nicely. Generally speaking, this wallet doesn't take very long though, once you've cut it all out. Like, we've been going 49 minutes and I keep stopping to chat. If you're not going to iron it, these things are your friend. Right? Anywhere where it's thicker. See how it's thicker here? It's going to cause problems. So instead, what we do is we get it right on the edge and then squish the crap out of it. You can't break it with these, but it makes it a lot flatter, a lot nicer, especially here. Alright. Squish. Squish. And squish. Because it is Chunky Monkey. And the more you squish it, the flatter it'll get, and the better it'll go through a domestic machine. Or the better it'll go through any machine. I shouldn't just say domestic. I'm squishing it, and I'm not on a domestic. I am an enabler. You are welcome. If you're new to this channel, actually, be warned, I'm an enabler. I like gadgets. It's like the one thing in life I collect. I don't collect anything. I am like the anti-collector of the universe. I have Amazon Kindle, so I don't end up with thousands of books surrounded by me. And because I read books really, really fast. I read 1 to 2 books a day at nighttime. Yesterday I read 3. Love reading. So I have Kindle, so I'm not collecting books everywhere. But I do collect gadgets, because gadgets are amazing. I also enjoy, like, I love my embroidery machine. Do I use it enough? Absolutely not. Do I freaking love it? Yes. My mission in life is to start using it more. My issue is I need to get rid of some fabrics. I have way too much fabric going on. Would you believe that most skull stuff I don't purchase myself? People gift it to me. Like all the knickknacks in our house, I have like these really big skull candles, both of which were gifts. The skull bowls, the original skull bowls that I actually got for myself, these were a gift from my old next door neighbor that used to print them. So skull stuff, this one was a gift. No, that one was a gift. That one was a gift, and I don't remember. I might have bought that one. This little bead was a gift. So skull stuff tends to be gifted to me as opposed to me like hoarding it and collecting it myself. So there you go. Same with this. I got this in one of my swapsies and it's adorable and I love it. This was a gift. How fabulous. And my mum made me this. He used to sit in my little coffin boxes. I get gifted skulls. I tend to not purchase them myself, but it's a safe bet that if someone, like one of my mates wants to get me a gift, it tends to be what it is. The skull thing I ever did myself was I did an embroidered glow-in-the-dark skull on a Lola bag from like ages ago. And I still have it. That bag is currently filled with all my throwing knives. Because yes, I like knives. And yes, I like throwing knives. I've actually been thinking about them lately. I want to set up like a bullseye in my backyard to start practicing my throwing knives again. They're very fun. It is a forced collection, but I enjoy them. Don't think I don't enjoy the skulls. I just don't go out of my way to find them myself. They just come to me in all their glory. Not mad about it at all. I think it's wonderful. We found something I love, and just everybody else collects them for me. I'm not big on personally collecting things. Yes, I hoard fabric a little bit, but I've backed off on that because I'd actually like to not do that so much anymore either. I want to have about 1 cube of fabric on me at any given time, and so I've got like 2 or 3 options of each style. Like I'll have a couple of florals and a couple of prints and whatever. That's the ultimate plan. I know that looks like a lot of clips, but already, see how that's sitting flatter already? Look, I haven't even sewn it yet. It already looks better. This is no longer doing this, right? The edge bit's important. Oh, get out of my way, Charlie. All right, crank it up to a 4. Tuck it under. I wonder if this one's flat. Whoa. Oh, that one's flat too. Haven't charged them. That's annoying. It does like a flashy thing. I'm assuming that's for like side of the road emergencies because I can't see where you need a light to be flashy except for, you know, stuck on the side of the road and you don't want someone to hit you with a car. The only instance I can see a flashy light, or if you want to test someone for epilepsy maybe? Not that I'm going out of my way to do that either. That seems dangerous and unnecessary. Could I go faster on this curve? Yes, but then I'd have to try and slow down. Now here's the chunkiest bit, right? Because we've got this and the outside vinyl, but it's really not that bad in the scheme of everything else. We're gonna get back to the start and then backstitch. Do 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 do. Trim off all of the tails, of which there are many. Where's my other thread zapper? I do have a different thread zapper. This one's USB rechargeable, which I find super handy, because that is the same charging port as my lights. So I just kind of need one cord to charge everything. It's amazing. Before I push it, I just want to melt them down so they're not sticking up. Hello, hello. I saw a skull little pail and bought it for my clips. That's cool. Alright. Also, the black that I used here is like a weird waterproof canvas they have in the furnishing sections of Spotlight. It's like fabricy, not like my stuff, but it's thin enough without being too thin. Works quite nicely. So see how it looks better, right? And all we did was top stitch. Amazing. And that's what's going to look like. We just need to put a rivet magnet because I'm obsessed. I'm trying to find somewhere where I can buy rainbow ones that I don't need to buy 1,000, because I don't need 1,000. I don't think I'd use 1,000 in my lifetime. A dad clutch, something to hold baby stuff. So I found that dad baby bag stuff just tends to be normal. It's like a cargo pocket covered bag, and they tend to do it out of like army or plain colors. So if you wanted a dad baby bag, just do a whole crap ton of cargo pockets on the outside and dads will carry it. That's what I've discovered, at least. Yes, your green skull is fabulous. Ah. Oh, after this, Sandra, once I finished, I would love to see the glorious thing you were going to show me yesterday. I am quite intrigued. Hole punch. And then we just fold the wallet, right? This is why I love rivet magnets. So I find that a lot of people that make the NCW, they get to the end and it's crooked. Doing it with rivet magnets basically stops that problem. So you do your top one, and then you can just line it up, right, to where it wants to sit. Always remember you need to have a little bit of give so that you don't make it so tight you can't fill it full of cards and stuff. Right, and then I'm just going to literally colour that hole. That's where I want it to make it be even. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yes, I have measurements in my pattern. Yes, you could do it that way. Clearly I don't want to, because rivet magnets are life. Actually, Cam Snap dies alive. Look at how many I've got going on. Each window is like a different one. I love them. They make me happy. And that's all that really matters, right? It is a lot. Oh, you left the studio. That's okay. I'll annoy you next time. Alright, so we put the rivet in, put the cap on, and then this one, we'll just hold it, and then you squish it. It's that simple. Boom. Take out the bottom, change it for the other one. The top one's the same. Put this in and this in. Clip them together. I like to clip them together. You don't have to. The top of it will actually hold your rivet if you want to do it that way. I just like doing it this way. Rivet magnets. Lots of places have them. I'm not sure. Are you in Australia? Oh, isn't it pretty? I used to sell them. I just don't anymore. But where I bought them from, you needed to buy a lot. You couldn't just buy like 10 of each colour. You had to buy like 100 of each colour. So where I get them from is probably not really helpful to you. But everybody seems to buy stuff from like AliExpress and stuff now. So you could try AliExpress and eBay. You literally just type in rivet magnets. The only ones I can't find in Australia, I know Snap Tools or whatever.com has them, but that's America and the postage would suck. But that's the wallet. We've got our back zipper, which looks amazing. And then, ta-da! Now I will press this. See how it's got like some wrinkles going on? I will press this. I will actually probably put it underneath my heat press, but with like turned off so there's no heat, and it will just squish it that little bit flatter. That is something I do with a lot of stuff. I do it with purse pals. Anything that has, I mean, this one doesn't really need it, but anything that has this kind of card slots, and there's lots of them, if you put it cold in your heat press, it will crease them right down. Oh, there's also like a note bit in this too. It's very cool. And I edged coded it because otherwise it was a bit weird looking. And it will have an SVG. And it will have a Cricut file, if I can find where I've saved it to my computer. But yeah, wallet, done. Yay! I would like to start doing sewing candy videos during the school holidays, because I could do that. Because they're just little, they take like 10 minutes. I just don't know what to do. So if anybody's got suggestions, I'm going to go make like a thread in my Facebook group of sewing candy videos you all want to see, and I'll start doing them. But yeah, wallet. I love this wallet. It's really, really quick. Like this video was an hour and I spent a lot of time talking. If I wasn't recording, I can do these in like 40 minutes once they're cut. Doesn't include cut time. Nothing I do includes cut time. You guys don't want to watch me cut. I get sidetracked very easily when I'm cutting, but it's pretty. Sorry, this will be one of the things I'm going to take photos of today. I need to sell some bags. A, I've got too much lying around, and B, the money from that is going to buy more gadgets so that you guys can see them. And pay the electricity bill, because, you know, I need a lot of electricity. 'Tis important. I've also got to respond to my new template guy. I'm trying to decide, do we put them through my website or if I just put links straight to him. Because realistically, I don't really make a lot from them, and I'm okay with that. I don't mind. But I more care about you guys having access to them than anything, because I'm an enabler. It's why mine aren't crazy expensive. I don't double the price of them like most places do. I just add a little bit to cover the cost of stuff from a website. So I might just get him to put it on his website, because that makes a lot of sense. Okay. I'm going to go now because I was just popping in for a little bit and it's only 7 a.m. here, so I can get a lot done today. But thank you all for joining me. And I'm going to go right now and make a thread, and any sewing tip, trick, or whatever you'd want to see, please let me know, and I am going to start doing them all, because my brain only knows so, like, I know how to do most things, but I don't know that you guys want to see it as a video. So I kind of need your input on that to see what you want to see. Because like I said, my brain can only come up with so much. But yeah. Alright guys, I'm going to go see what my child's up to since he's awake. Enjoy the day, and if you are a tester on here, I hopefully will have it to you soon for that. Alright, bye everyone!